Hello from Akasa Living. We're going to do a meditation centered around the Earth Star Chakra. Many people have not heard a lot about the Earth Star Chakra. It is not one of the normal chakras that you see when you see the sitting figure or the standing figure and the lights or the colors that are within it. The Earth Star Chakra is just below our feet. About 6 inches is the usual teaching. It has to do with our grounding to Mother Earth. I've been channeled a few other things about it, however, primarily that it contains a crystalline grid that is unique to each of us. It contains our Chiron wound healing. Each of us have a specific Chiron wound, a core wound. It can be located in our natal chart, and astrologers teach us that at various points in our lives, we will have quantum leaps in healing this Chiron wound. It is our basic core wound, such as perhaps a certain wound is lack of faith in God or trust, lack of faith, period. So if that is your core wound, no matter what goes on in your life, that is going to be something that keeps circling back around, that will primarily come up as an issue for you. And astrology teaches us that finally, when we get around 50, 55 or so, we will finally pretty much heal that wound. That energetically, that's the time in our natal chart that we will finally pretty much heal the core wound. What has been channeled to me, however, is that since we have access to this crystalline grid in the Earth Star Chakra, if we will ground through that crystalline grid and access it, we can be healthy, happy, whole, and complete. We can be healed of our Chiron wound without waiting until we reach that point in our natal chart or until we reach 50 or 55 years old. That doesn't mean that we won't ever be triggered by that wound, that won't be our key trigger point. It will always be one of our main triggers. But because we have that knowledge of having that crystalline grid there, we know where to go back to ground ourselves into that healing again and recover quickly. We won't be as shaky in that area, and it won't take until we're 55 years old before we get to the point where we recover as quickly. We can begin doing so now, whatever age we are, simply by knowing that the Chiron wound healing is available to us through the Earth Star Chakra, by knowing that we need to ground through it. We have been a chronically ungrounded people. We have not been grounding through this crystalline grid in the Earth Star Chakra, our unique Chiron wound healing. So this is a very important teaching. There's more about your specific Chiron wound that it's important to learn, but this is a good place to start. As you tune into this particular meditation, you may well receive messages or insights. You may well be guided to look into what your particular Chiron wound is. It is just like your sun sign or your moon sign. It is based upon where you were born, when you were born, the time you were born, all of those things. You will need that information to get it. As you research your Chiron wound, that will help you also with your healing of your Chiron wound as you ground into this crystalline grid, which is your Chiron wound healing. Knowing about this Earth Star Chakra and grounding it into it, that raises our conscious awareness of our Chiron wound to begin with. So instead of waiting energetically for our astrology to come around and for us to heal from it that way, by taking action and grounding ourselves instead of being ungrounded, unaware, by grounding ourselves through this crystalline grid and becoming aware and doing anything we are guided to do because we are grounding through this grid, by learning, by becoming consciously aware, we can heal this wound now or function in higher levels of wellness of our Chiron wound now. So with all of that information out there, we're going to begin the meditation. this particular meditation, I will not do a lot of talking in it. What we're going to do is simply bring in the energy that they send me. And once I get us to that point, I will just let the meditation continue. It will go. You can put it on a loop if you like. You can stay as long as you want, revisit it as often as you like. You may end the meditation as according to your custom. All right. So if you like to light a candle, please do so. If you use crystals, please do so. If you prefer to lie instead of sitting, that is fine too. Be sure you have your energy column straight. Any messages you may receive during this, please feel free to journal them or to free write afterwards. If that is your practice, you may receive messages in dreams, however your clairvoyance works. Please make note of and utilize that information, because that is the purpose of this particular meditation, is to help you become more consciously aware and to ground and activate and use your Chiron healing, which is available to you through this particular chakra, the Earth Star Charka. All right. So when we are meditating, please don't think that you're doing it wrong if your mind seems to wander. All of us, our minds wander during meditation. Simply go back to your breathing, focus back on the light at the Earth Star Chakra, which is sort of a gray, brown, earthy light. All right. And don't feel like you're doing anything wrong. Just bring yourself back. Let the thought go. Just come back to the meditation. Everyone does it. You're not alone. Okay. So also, if you'd like to bring in ancestors or angelic beings or other cosmic beings or beings of the light, whoever you like to, or however, whatever's for your best and highest good when you meditate, that is perfectly fine. So if we are ready to begin, let's do so. Close your eyes. Let us take a deep breath. And exhale. Another deep breath. Exhale. And one more time, this time letting the breath permeate every part of your beingness. And then release on the exhale all that does not serve. Now envision at your feet, feeling the earth. Feel yourself being connected to the earth. Doesn't matter if you're lying down, if you're sitting. Just imagine your feet firmly on the earth. Feel yourself being pulled down like a magnet. Just imagine. If you don't feel it, that's okay. Just tell yourself you do. We're energy, so that's all you have to do. And then about 6 inches into this, you're going to feel a crystalline grid. Our earth has crystals. They're merely different formations, energetic formations. Crystal formations such as radio transmitters were made from crystals. It's how we send and receive information. It's how we communicate. It's how our chakra system works properly. It's how we are connected to function, to communicate properly within ourselves, with our source energy, and with all around us. As you feel yourself grounding into this crystalline grid, you may feel almost electric. If not, that's okay. But you may feel yourself being charged up, lit up, coming alive. You may almost feel like Frankenstein when they're flipping the switch on. A renewal. This is the healing of your core wound. It is a renewal. It is a rejuvenation, a restoration. It is perfectly fine if you feel invigorated, appropriate. Just keep breathing in and out. Let the energy surge through you. If you don't feel it, that's okay. Just breathe in and out and trust that you are connected in. And all of our chakra system is being activated, being connected, coming online, being reconnected, being reactivated, calibrated to work as always intended, without flaw, healthy, whole, complete. Any wound means that we are without wholeness. The healing of a wound means wholeness is restored. Chiron wound is our chakra system not working properly. The healing is when our chakra system comes back online and we are communicating with our source energy properly. All wounds that we experience are because we do not understand how to properly understand and communicate with our source energy. The healing of our Chiron wound, plugging into this crystalline grid, simply means we can now transmit and receive as we were meant to with our source energy. You may feel a white, golden, silvery light coming all around you. If not, that's all right. Our two natures of energy are balancing now. Our frequency is rising. We're becoming synergistic and synchronistic, in tune, attuned, calibrated, cleansed. With grace and ease, being brought into perfect alignment. From this crystalline grid we're grounded into beneath the Earth's surface. It contains our Chiron wound healing. Silver light now surrounding us, bright silver light. As our heart space and all of us is now surrounded by the frequency that this meditation is meant to be in. Stay as long as you wish, end it according to your custom.